Hi guys, how are you doing? Thank you so much for clicking on my video. You are very welcome to my channel. I appreciate that we're going to spend a little few minutes together. Thank you so much. I actually started filming this video. I didn't know that the camera stopped working. So let's go straight to the point. You see, Nigerians have been in a very celebratory mood of the past few days throughout this AFCON. And you see, let me tell you this. People are beginning to complain about how we celebrate our victories because we're not gracious in victory, we're not this, we're not that, and we're sorry because we feel like we're the best at everything. So we suffer from a severe case of what they call main character syndrome. We feel like the world revolves around us, the sun rises in Lagos and sets in Abuja, something of that nature. Sorry, but today I want to tell you 5 things that I feel other countries do better than Nigeria. And let's go straight to the point. Number one is governance. Yes, I agree with you that I feel Nigeria is one of the most poorly governed spaces in Africa. It is one of the most poorly governed spaces in Africa. Frankly speaking, we have to eat the humble pie, so to speak, and learn from countries like Namibia, learn from Botswana, learn from even Ghana here that we're always dragging. Honestly speaking, Ghana is a country that is better run than Nigeria. Somehow, it's like good leadership has eluded us. The ability to unite ourselves and vote in good leaders, it has eluded us for the past 20 years that we started this our fourth republic. So if you are listening to me, pray for us, I beg. Put Nigeria in your prayers so that we can vote good leaders, I beg. But I think that other countries, a lot of other African countries, are doing better than Nigeria when it comes to governance. Cape Verde here is doing better than Nigeria. Can you believe even Namibia is doing better? Yes, so we could do better. Number two, infrastructure. Yes, there are several countries that have built better infrastructure than Nigeria, and I'm saying this based upon the resources that are available to the country in relation to the kind of infrastructure that we have on ground. And Nigeria is doing below par. Simple and short. I mean, 2024, even sewage, we've not yet handled something as simple as proper sewage disposal, how to even reuse the sewage. We're still here speaking Dogon Turanchi. Dogon Turanchi is long English that does not translate into results. And I'm not saying this because I feel like putting Nigeria down, but I feel like it is time for us to look at our neighbors, say there is something wrong with the way we are doing our own, and that is why it is the way it is in this country. So I feel like, yes, when it comes to infrastructure and governance, other countries are doing better than us, and the countries that are doing better than Nigeria when it comes to building critical infrastructure, for me, top on the list is Kenya, followed by Tanzania. Tanzania is doing much more better than Nigeria infrastructurally. Number three, managing diversity. I mean, Nigeria is not the only diverse country on the continent. There are many other countries with diverse populations, with different religions. But somehow we are the only ones who look as if we cannot get together. We don't seem to agree on anything. Every time you find Nigerians who wake up today, we're bickering among ourselves, we're fighting ourselves, and this thing reflects in the quality of governance that we always have. Because even those people who are cheating the country of its resources will always exploit those fault lines against us. And so instead of them to be held accountable for what they did, they will say they're picking on me because I am from this village, I am from this village, and that is why they're picking on me because I'm a Muslim. So people from the same religion as him, for example, would say, why are you picking on me? Is it because you're Muslim? We do not see. So I think that the reason is because we've not managed our diversity well. There are countries who have a lot of Muslims and a lot of Christians, and they've been living together. Why is it so hard for Nigeria? We have so many people who have different ethnicities in the same country, and nobody is hearing anything from them. But always Nigeria, always we found it difficult to manage our diversity. So this is one point where I feel like Nigeria needs to swallow its pride and learn from other countries. What countries should we learn from? We should be learning from countries like Kenya. We should be learning from South Africa. And it is hard for me to say. We should learn from Ghana. We should really learn from most African countries, okay? Because their own internal conflicts does not spill over. It is always Nigerians that when we do our own, the whole world will know that we're fighting and that it is a religious fight, or that it is an ethnic fight, that we cannot get along. So yeah, that is something that we have to swallow our pride and learn from others. Number four, that I feel like other countries do better than us, and yes, it is the country of the Maasai, Kenya. organizing elections. Year in, year out in Nigeria, once it is time for election, we see all sorts of election rigging. We've not been able to use technology that is available to us in the 21st century to organize free and fair elections that are acceptable to everybody. Nowadays, with using computers, with using artificial intelligence, you can eliminate all these human factors that give people the ability to rig election, but not in Nigeria. Billions of naira will always be budgeted for organizing elections, so that they will say it is so that elections will be free and fair. So, but somehow those elections will never be free and fair, and we will go to the Supreme Court and drag ourselves. These things affect governance as well. So I feel like that's one place where a lot of other countries will do their own election, even if they have issues, not as magnifying as it is in Nigeria like this. And it is because of one simple thing, the refusal to use technology. When Kenya was doing their election, look at how they were seeing results in real time. Nobody could do anything, nobody could rig. Look at that kind of thing. Those Kenyans, as we say in Nigeria, do they have two heads? They don't have two heads. Something must definitely be wrong. And I think that is one thing that other countries do better than Nigeria. Most of them, they do their elections, there's no drama. When Nigeria is time, look at how we embarrassed the country during this last election. Why? Where is the president's certificate? Where is Tinubu's certificate? He didn't go to school, and what? And now people are using it against us. This matters. Who were the people that carried it to the internet space for them to know? It was Nigerians. So yes, we have to get our acts together when it comes to elections in Nigeria. I'm just saying this because yes, we are damn good when it comes to football, but there are other things where we need to learn from others. So if you are listening to me, yeah. Lastly, I wrote them down here. Managing our national ideals. Yes, and our national image. There's nothing that is happening in Nigeria that is not happening in other countries. Okay, so when they say, for example, Nigeria is a country full of bad people who are full of scammers or whatever, it is not only in Nigeria. But I'm not saying this in defense of Nigeria, but somehow whatever vices we're having to deal with, we have gotten to a point where we've not managed it. It has almost become a national identity, that you see somebody present his green passport and they just begin to draw all sorts of conclusions about it. We've not been able to manage it. So I think there's something fundamentally wrong with our diplomacy, and that's why a lot of countries will do that kind of thing to Nigerians and get away with it, even innocent Nigerians. That is it. So we've not been able to get Nigerians gone set to be patriotic enough to stand and defend their own country. Now patriotism is at an all-time high, and it is because of AFCON. But when the euphoria of AFCON goes down, it is only a Nigerian citizen that can come to the internet. And I saw a video on TikTok of somebody who was just insulting Nigeria, saying all his problems in life are caused by his green passport. Let me tell you something, the clouds that this our green passport has, there are many passports that don't have it. Okay, but in Nigeria, you see them, probably some do it because they are looking for views on the internet, or they are looking for validation from wherever. You see them, they will just come, hey, Nigerians in Dubai, you've done this. Nigerians in Ghana, they do this. Oh, it's too much. So that the people in that country will hail them. You are the one who is the good guy. Every other Nigerian is the bad guy. That is fundamentally wrong. Nigerians are fond of putting their own country down, and no other country. I've never seen a Kenyan or Ghanaian or anybody coming to stand and say his country is this, his country is that, and announcing it to the whole world. Only Nigerians have that bad habit. And yes, I said it is a very bad habit. So I think we need to do something about. These are the 5 things that I feel like Nigeria needs to learn from other countries. We have to learn to manage our diversity. We have to learn good governance and how to elect good leaders. We have to build critical infrastructure. We have to learn to organize election and how to engender patriotism. This is very important, how to engender patriotism amongst the citizens. So I hope I have made a few points to you today. I hope you really understood what I mean. We are very good at football, and we're going to get better at football, okay? But when we get these things together, that's when we'll be able to say Nigeria is a giant that has been asleep, but right now the giant is awake. Thank you very much for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed everything I said. Drop your comments for me if you think there are many other things that Nigerians could do better. Then let me know. I would really appreciate it. As always, my name is Ajala. Remember to like this video, and if you're not my subscriber, why not subscribe? That will make the channel to grow and I will enjoy it. See you all in my next video. Have a nice day. Bye.